Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can use Yeti spam here at Townhall 14 to 3-star any base. So here is the army composition that we are going to be taking a look at today, and honestly it's pretty simple. You're going to be coming in with mainly Yetis and Super Wizards. Spell support, you're going to have some skeleton spells, some rage spells, and then a couple of others. Your siege is going to be the log launcher, and then you can see all of the pets and all of the equipment for the heroes over on the left hand side. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is creating a little bit of a funnel. If you've never done this strategy before, it's very similar to any sort of smash attack, P.E.K.K.A smash, Yeti smash. They're all kind of the same idea. You're going to need to create a bit of a funnel first, and honestly you couldn't get any more simple than what we do in this particular one. You're going to come in with a Yeti out in front and a Super Wizard in behind. You're going to do that kind of on two opposite sections here. You'll see to clear out a couple of buildings. This is mainly to start creating that funnel. As soon as you've created enough of a funnel that the majority of your troops will continue in this section that you want them to go, then you can start thinking about the next portion of your attack. Next up, you're going to actually be coming in with kind of a mini kill squad with your heroes followed or going in behind an ice golem, queen and king in combination with that log launcher, all going to be coming from the top. You're going to be using the giant arrow from your queen almost straight away. This is to fire all the way through the base, just trying to maximize the amount of damage you are doing. Typically you're looking to try and take down the eagle artillery as quickly as you possibly can. Like you can see right here, we actually end up using an earthquake spell alongside that giant arrow and the log launcher. That ends up actually taking care of the eagle artillery before we even really enter into the base. The Yetis and the Super Wizards are all then going to come in on a line kind of over on that opposite section of the base. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail through onto the next attack, but you guys will see all of those troops are going to push through into the core of the base, which is exactly what we are looking for. Coming out of that log launcher is going to be another Yeti or two. That's again just to help support through the back end of this one. Royal Champion, as always, she's going to be coming in with the electro boots. They are by far one of the strongest pieces of equipment at any Town Hall, but especially here at Townhall 14 we see them used very heavily. But honestly, this strategy is pretty much fail safe. You're never really going to fail with this as long as you prepare and execute. You just need to make sure you create that funnel enough, and then all you have to do is spam those troops in. Make sure you drop in your spells as and when you need them. Your heroes are always going to be able to carry super hard. Like you guys can see right here, we still have all four of them on full HP, and it's going to be a beautiful 3-star to kick off this video. So moving through onto this second example, we'll take a little bit more of a look at the Yetis and those Super Wizards coming in together. But again, we're just going to be creating that funnel the exact same as we did in the previous one. Remember, if you would like to pick up the link for this army, it is as always down in the description below. While you're down there, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the Barracks as well. You guys will see heroes again going to be coming in from that bottom section of the base, looking to take down that eagle artillery as quickly as we possibly can. We're then going to go ahead and get the rest of these Yetis and Super Wizards coming in from this left hand side of the base. Super Wall Breaker is going to give you access through into that first compartment. You then have a jump spell to give you access into any further compartments if you need them. Earthquake Boots are going to be coming through on the king. They are very helpful, especially if your king gets through into the core of the base. But continuing on here, you'll see those Yetis, those Super Wizards all going to be pushing as a group through into this first couple of compartments. If you end up getting a couple going off to one side or the other, it is not the end of the world. In this particular one, we actually end up switching up the Royal Champion's ability, switching to the Seeking Shield as well as the spear, and that is because we are looking just to get a little bit more damage done over on this left hand side, trying to keep the majority of our troops pushing through into the core. Honestly, I would probably stick with the electro boots because personally I feel they are a very strong piece of equipment, but we end up switching to that spear here, the rocket spear, because we know the chances are we're not quite going to be able to reach the Town Hall, so we end up actually raging up the Royal Champion with that ability, and we end up taking the Town Hall down that way. way, but regardless, honestly, this strategy is still incredibly strong. You'll see that king, he must have popped his ability through in the core of the base, giving some really easy access through into some of these back end compartments. We're going to go ahead and swag that rage spell right there. We'll talk about the use of the skeleton spells through into the next attack, but you guys can see just how simple this is. You're using a couple of Yetis, couple of Super Wizards to create the funnel, king and queen coming in behind an ice golem with that log launcher, taking down the eagle artillery nice and quickly, and then it's just a case of spamming everything else in. So that third and final example, we've got a much more centralized town hall base with these kind of, you know, square compartments all the way around it, but again, we're going to be coming in with those heroes from one of the corners. We've got the queen and the log launcher coming in over here. We've got the Yeti coming in front of the Super Wizards, just again trying to maximize the amount of funneling we do before we really get into the base. Looking on here, we're going to go ahead use the poison spell down on the clan castle troops. We're using the earthquake spell to weaken up some of these defenses. Surprisingly enough, on this one we decide to not go in from the eagle artillery side, we're actually going from the opposite side. But what we're going to use those skeleton spells for, to tank for enemy heroes, like you guys can see here, the royal champion and the queen over here, as well as single target infernos and scatter shots. Honestly, the skeleton spells are actually very underused spell at some of these lower town halls. They're really good at tanking for your troops, and sometimes even on, you know, one of these strategy guides that I'm trying to show you, things can go wrong, and you'll see it did exactly that here. The royal champion, we tried to bring her in using that seeking shield and the rocket spear, but unfortunately she did end up getting locked onto by the scatter shot and the enemy royal champion, so she goes down before she really picks up any value. And this is to show that even though things might not always go to plan, this strategy is still actually very strong. You can push all the way through on the back end even if things don't quite go your way, because the heroes carry so much weight, especially if you bring some of these nicer and stronger pieces of equipment. We end up using the rage spell here for that Yeti, which I believe is one of the Yetis that came from our log launcher. It's going to be pushing through, helping us clear out some of these final defenses towards that top section, but time is a little bit against us here, so we're just going to speed up through the back end. Now, when this video releases, I'm not sure if we're going to have 1,000 subscribers or not. We are super close to it. I believe at the point of recording, we are only about 35 subscribers away, and honestly, I cannot thank you guys enough for all of the support recently. It's been absolutely amazing, and honestly, I'm really looking forward to the future of this channel. I've got lots and lots planned for it, especially once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully this helped you just get a little bit better at Clash of Clans. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.